Hello folks, the Celtic Nerd bringing you another nerdy video. Now, this is going to be a different video than what I normally do. It's something I'm thinking of branching out into. I was always been a bit hesitant about it, but for the past week, again, I don't know how many of my viewers who are going to be watching this on Twitch or who will be watching this on YouTube. I don't know if you guys watch anime or even read manga or pay attention to that stuff. But again, I've just have some of my own thoughts, and I've been watching people react to for example, the latest chapter of One Piece. Now, I've read the latest chapter of One Piece, and one of the main YouTubers that I'm subscribed to that talks about One Piece is a YouTuber by the name Tekking101. He's a great YouTuber, and I always really enjoy his videos. I also enjoy his frog facts at the moment, but like he does like animal facts like and such like that at the end of his discussion videos. I started following him for Bleach, but then then Bleach ended, and he started just doing One Piece. I watched one or two, if I recall. He did some My Hero Academias once, but anyway, I always watch his reviews of One Piece to see his thoughts on it. And one of the things he brought up was something I feel like people are constantly saying, but they're not addressing something that was also going on. It was something that was very easily overlooked. In the late, like, spoiler alert for, chapter 1044, we get the full name, we get the true name of Luffy's Devil Fruit and his true powers, and Tekking now I would agree, he likens it to cartoon physics. And I totally get it. Like, it is very cartoonish. The only thing is, one of the reasons why he says it's very cartoonish is, now again, I'm paraphrasing, these are not his exact words, so please do not take this as his exact words. But he points out that Luffy has been several times drawn with his eyes, bulging out. Here's the thing, though, and and he's not the only one who's pointed this out. So he's not the only one who has done this, which is why I really want, my own voice on the whole situation. Is pay attention to panels involving Kaido. For example, after Luffy pulls him up, when Kaido is, I'm going to see if I can get a decent enough image of it. Give me a sec. Can't really see it, and I can't zoom in any closer. Hold on. Here we go. Alright, I'm just going to open images in new tab, like a couple of instances where it happens. So that was one instance. Where's the instance where he twirls him around? Open image in new tab. Okay. Now, one thing I do have to agree with, it does not happen as obvious. Okay, so I'm going to activate, give me a sec, make sure some of my personal info is not being displayed. So there we go, open up Chrome again, I closed my Facebook, good. Alright, now we're going to, where's my display? Main screen, here we go. And I'm going to see if I can, is it going to come up? No, sorry, that did not come up. Webcam. Here we go. I'm going to close my Xbox. Here we go, here it is. We got it. So, now this is the scene that everyone refers to. Now, I do bloody agree. Most of this is very cartoonish, very cartoonish, very cartoonish, very cartoonish, extremely cartoonish. I fully agree. But here's the thing: most people are pointing out to this part in particular that I've seen. But here's the thing: earlier in the chapter, when Kaido gets grabbed and Luffy yanks him up, I don't think it happens here. It's hard to tell, but look here. It's happening with Kaido. Now, mind you, this could be an extension of Luffy's awakening. Maybe like other things are being affected by cartoonish effect. I don't know. But again, and then it happens once again. Again, more cartoonish effects with Luffy. It doesn't happen here when he slams him, but it happens here when he spins him. Like the eye, head, eye. So like, it's happening, you know. I'm just gonna close that. So you guys, if you guys want to refer to back to the images, you can. You can pause my video and go back to them. But yeah, so I understand people's concerns that like Luffy's truth power is going to be, oh, he gets all the powers of basically a cartoon character. I don't think that's what's happening, because now I understand why Oda might decide to draw like a bit more cartoonish for like the overly cheerful nature that Luffy is basically in. So I don't think we've seen Luffy's true power yet. Now, like I understand that Goro has said it allows the user to fight however they want, and in combat it gives the body the properties of rubber. So yeah, I do understand like the whole old cartoon-esque rubber arms type thing. So like, and the whole stretchiness and all that. So yeah, I do totally see that. I see that being extended to the 10th degree. Similar to how he reached down and pulled up the ground to ricochet the burrow breath. What I don't think is happening, in my opinion, is we're going to see a lot. I do not believe we'll probably still will see cartoonish stuff like with Luffy, because we've always had cartoonish stuff with Luffy. Like he drinks milk and regrows back a tooth, you know. For weird moments, his Devil Fruit's bludgeoning damage conveniently turns off, like when he gets hit by Nami or gets hit by Garp, because we don't see Garp using armament hockey, he just hits him. And it's apparently love that does it. Like, we've also seen moments where even some enemies that are quite easily using blunt weapons, or even weapons with spikes, like Alveda, I can't remember her name, Alvida's what's it called, club, that had spikes on it. It had spikes, so in my opinion, like that clearly should have still injured him, because spikes can still pierce, you know. But I don't know, like either way, there's moments, like again, it's a manga, there's going to be obviously moments where it makes no sense, where for some things to happen, like there's going to be like moments like that, like it's obviously you have to suspend your moments of disbelief. Now, this is not a huge. I do want to say this though. Me talking about this is not criticism of other YouTubers talking about this, or people reading the manga and not noticing these things. These things are easily not noticeable. I've read the reason why I noticed was because I'm talking to my friends about it, and I'm rereading it as we're talking. So like that's the reason why I'm noticing the whole thing. And again, like obviously the main draw, like in those panels, is Luffy just twirling Kaido around. You're not going to notice Kaido's eyes, you know, being multiplied like in a cartoonish fashion. You're not going to notice that. You're not going to notice Kaido's eyes going like bugging out like Luffy's when he's being pulled up, you know, very quickly. All of a sudden, you're not going to notice that. You're just thinking, what the hell's happening? So I totally get why some people are, you know, not noticing it. and coming to conclusions. One thing I truly have to repeat for my on my own channel, because I feel like it doesn't get said enough, and this is one of the things I really enjoyed about Teching 101, is he does point it out. He points out, do not jump to conclusions. Like, he's saying patience, wait until you learn what the ability is, and I completely agree. I I always, like, for example, like, I view his gears as like, now this is my viewpoint. I view that his gears were part of his transformations. I even had I was talking to a friend yesterday at length. Oh no, it wasn't yesterday. It was over the weekend. We talked for several hours. It was Sunday. Yeah, we talked for several hours, like nearly 4 hours, talking about Luffy's Devil Fruit and how his gear. I said his gear 4 was more like it, but he was like maybe his gear 3. But his gear 4 is possibly akin to the transformations that zones get, you know? So maybe we were seeing hints of transformation with that. Like, that was his mythical zones version of a transformation. And that, like, so it's not too much out there, but I also agree with everyone's view. Like, some of the people defending the whole human through with no transformations. Luffy's human. We're probably not gonna see like as many transformations like what Chopper has in terms of the different variations, because Luffy is human. He's already, a human, and he ate the human fruit. So we're probably only going to see like very drastic transformations, such as Gear Fort. Gear Fort was probably, arguably, maybe his Gear Fort, Bound Man and Snake Man, maybe they were his hybrid transformations, and now we're seeing full Nika form. That's what I'm thinking. And it's a sun god. Now again, even though it's a sun god, I'm expecting his powers to be more akin to liberation. Like freedom. Stuff like that. Like, because again, I think that's what the sun god is in this case. It's not just a god of the sun, and so we're not going to see like fiery damage in terms of D&D. We're probably going to see more like in the lines of justice, freedom, and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Similar to how in D&D, you can get fire damage from, you can get like light domains from sun gods, but the light domain is not just fiery damage. It's all about justice and upkeeping stuff and revealing things. So we might get stuff like akin to that. So I don't mind the big surprise. I'm excited to see what other powers he might actually have, but I just wanted it out there that Luffy's eyes weren't like, Luffy was not the only cartoon-esque character. Sorry, character being drawn in a very cartoon-esque way. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Like, I still can't believe he's the human fruit model, Nika. And I did look up. I went on Google and I tried to see if Oda was drawing inspiration from some other god, like from Greek, like I typed in Nika, but no, it's a purely, from what I can tell, it's a purely original god. So it's not like Kaido's. Sorry, not like Kaido's fruit. I'm trying to think. It's not like Yamato's fruit, which I've seen some stories where that wolf was referred to as a god, or like even Buddha, you know. So, but then again, I heard that there's another translation to what the human fruit model Buddha was. I heard that there's another translation is it's actually the statue of Buddha. So again, depend on the translation. So, but yeah, I'm super excited. Again, I cannot iterate this enough. Luffy was not the only one. Is he the most cartoonist-esque character? Yes, but he always has been. He's always been very cartoonish. But I don't feel like, I will be semi-disappointed if it does go more down that line, because there hasn't been really much signs of it, other than his usual antics. So if it goes too far too quickly, yeah, it'll be an issue. But I just feel like his Gear Force was probably his hybrid state, and the whole eyes zooming out like old classic cartoons is just a funny thing Oda is doing. Because again, he's done it. He did it with Kaido. I don't know if he did it in the previous chapters. I cannot recall, but he definitely did it in this chapter with Kaido. So either way. I'm excited to see where this is going. Can't wait. I'm gonna try and talk more about other. I'm gonna try and talk anime a bit more because again, I'm a huge anime fan. I have Ichigo's. I have a replica of Ichigo's Bankai in my wardrobe that I cannot wait to actually display once I move house. And I also have a kunai, which I'm also going to put on display. I'm hoping to get my hands on a replica Devil Fruit, so that way I have like three of my favorite animes, on display. I do have some posters for Sword Art Online, which is another big popular anime. Sorry, another highly favorite anime to me. Um, so yeah, the only other thing I would probably want to get my hands on in terms of anime would be maybe a Hollow Mask, preferably Ichigo's, because he is my favorite. Besides Grimjow, I love Grimjow. But yeah, this is the Celtic Nerd sign out. May the force be with you, and remember, roll for initiative.